Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Scrap Industrialese, and today I'll be talking about the sawmill and the workshop. And so nothing really much changed here, and so that's why I'm going to be going to the workshop to get to the new train and the new logging carts. So I'll be taking what should I take? Should I take this? I don't think I've tried taking this on the down the railway yet. Alright, let me just use the speeder.
Hello, slow, so.
Okay, so up here is like a crossing for the two gauges. I had troubles with it that I had to raise it, make this section move, scrap that because worms would just glitch into this side of the track or the pillar. Yeah, all that was scrapped till I just came up with this solution. I had two rails like this. It was easy enough to cross with the 3-stud trains, but it was not easy to cross with the 5-stud trains. So what I had to do is work my way around and just have these rails to swing open. I can't do anything with this so far. I'm gonna have to leave this out not as clean. So, but other than that, it actually still works, luckily. I would not like to find another way around. Other than that, let's move on. What the heck happened? Oh no, the usual scrap mechanic physics. Okay, so the workshop is on the right of us, so it's right there. Somewhat similar to the past workshops I have worked on. This one looks familiar because it was like one of the first workshops I have created, and apparently the first workshop was just too bland, and this was like built during V4 survival. I could always make a revisit on see what I mean. Okay, so since We're in here, and I forgot to spawn the train in. Let me take that. Let me take a moment to spawn that in. Okay, since now I have this thing spawned in, so it looks sort of familiar than the smaller diesel I have, but this is supposed to be a bigger diesel unit. So what I'm gonna do is connect with these log carts I have right here. Pick up some trees on the way. Although I do have problems with this train because how wide the base is, I had to change out the couplings for this. So what I'm going to do is going to slightly adjust the couplings for this to work with the carts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to extend the coupling system that I currently have and just make it slightly bigger. I think that's it. I just need a hammer. There we go. Since all that is attached, I think it's gonna flip out the game a little bit. Yeah. So let me just remove these two carts. I think this is the problem. I mean, it slightly fixed it, so I'm just gonna use those two carts on the way. Okay, I should have spawned this in and just tell the features. So, all the buttons are all the things to work on in the train. So, number one is the fans. Turn on the fans to start the engine. 2 is the front light. 3 is the back lights. 4 is for crossing over roads and crossings. 5 is just to activate the bell, and 6 is the horn. Other than that, let's get to it. Okay, so I'll be back cutting down more trees. And so I'll be back just in a bit. Okay, now, since I'm back with all that ridiculous mess, so we can continue with the ride to the sawmill. I don't think I have driven with two stacks of load, so let's see what would happen. Okay, we are now approaching the sawmill. If I can even get onto the siding. Alright, since we're now at the sawmill, let's check out a few things. So we have the gate, which has for all the maintenance stuff. Um, Sawmill 1 and Sawmill 2. Sawmill 1 is meant for all the medium and bigger logs that come down here. And the second saw is only meant for the birch, only the small birch trees. But with the bigger trees like oak, pine, and hardwood, they can all go in here. But birch is the only one that cannot go here. Okay, so I'll unload these three first. The hardwood tends to take up a lot of space. And so, we're gonna be here for a little while. Just to be aware. Because we got like 5 trees to cut down. Okay, our first tree to grind down. So, control 1 is the piston, push the lock sometimes, do some funny things, which I don't like. 2 is to line up the wood for a sawmill to cut. 3 is to turn on the saw. Okay, this is when number 1 comes in handy. Just need to make sure it doesn't freak out. Okay, so since some of the logs ain't cut up, you kind of do need to do some manual work. And then that cart on the left is full, so what I'm going to do is just move this. Oh yeah, that's right. I welded it down for lag. And why is it still up? Oh, did I? Hold on. Alright, I'm back at it again, and apparently I welded this cart to the sawmill by accident. So, let's just push this to the loader. Okay, cart 1 done. Next tree ready. Tree 2. Oh, hold on. I don't have a cart ready. Now we do. Okay, tree 2. And of course it's jammed. I don't think I could get this with yeah, there we go. Did it jammed again? Hold on. You're kidding me. Jammed 3 times in a row. course it's not gonna cut. So now that cart is full. Turn off everything. Oh, it's not. Just need one more. But anyway, I need to fix this. Okay, now we got tree 3. And so tree 3 goes. It's slightly jammed, so what I'm gonna do is help it out. Oh. Didn't do anything. Okay, now since this cart is full, we are ready for the next one. Okay, get another cart. Oh wait, I put in the wrong one. Oh, that's right. Now we're ready for the hardwood. And now this should be a little bit more fun than the other two. I mean, the other 3. There's actually this and that one were actually a whole tree. Because if I were to try to fit one whole tree, this side of the car actually starts tipping up because how much weight there is on from the tree. Why is this stuck, dude? I don't know why it's stuck. Now we're getting it. And it got stuck again. Okay. Now that cart is full. Get another one out. Okay, we have the last tree to cut finally, and then we will go on to the loading part. The loading part, of course. Come on. There we go. Oh. I know what to do. course gets jammed. Come on. There we go. And we're all done. So what I'm going to do is steal one for this batch and start. Since we have now about like 4 parts, we can just pretty much fill up for this one. Okay, now we get to the loading part. It's a little laggy, but I can deal with that. Sometimes trying to cram the crate in here is a little hard, but it's possible to fit it right in. Okay, now since we got that whole cart full, we can drive it to the refinery. Well, unfortunately, I got this train stuck right here, but since welding is still a thing, I could just weld the train and bring it over there. Okay, now we're gonna go to the refinery. It's really laggy here, so I should get out. What happened here? Guess. Oh, I know why. Because I switched between physics, and physics kinda, you know, turns everything to spaghetti. Physics slider. I would say this: never adjust the physics slider on this world. It kind of leads to things being broken. Other than that, that was a really nice trip. For those that want to see the workshop, I will go to the workshop right now and okay, so this is the current workshop that I currently have. We have the lifting, opening doors, 2 double doors, and just lights. 3 rows, and just some decorations in here. I kind of do need more decorations in here, honestly. And yeah, let's server hop to the second order, to an older version. Guess I was messing around over here. So, ugh, I, I hate this. How do I not change that? But what? But I don't care. But this is the old workshop. Not that pretty, but I kind of dealt with this. There's a lot of lines in here because I didn't want this place to have a lot of bounciness and having a lot of lag. I guess this is when physics were different. I'll turn on the lights. I actually have a power box in here. Actually cool, kind of better. Well, the doors, back doors never really led anywhere. Old steam engine, even though this is just a compressed air train. A box cart was exactly abandoned when the engines, controller, stuff like that were updated, and so the older ones are actually still here. I just never did anything with this because it's an aged cart. When everything updated, I kind of just abandoned this world because it wasn't worth updating all the old parts to new ones. So I kind of just left it like this. And yeah, so we have the crossing that goes out here. More crossings over here, but that's the whole point of this workshop. So let's switch to the oldest one, which was before survival even existed. Alright, where is that world? Workshop House, Flatlands. 2022. There's like no actual date on which of the world were actually created. It's really huge. It's so big. And I remember this like it's such a time waster because it's so big. I actually had like a crane in here, but I ended up scrapping it because it was just too bouncy. Okay, the weird, crazy, fast-moving gate. Oh, got that one stuck. Get the noisemaker. As you can tell, this is where I began making the 4-stud tracks in the trains. This was like before these stuff came into the game. The only way we could like make perfect rail was putting them on a bearing and a controller. But if you don't feel like doing that, you have to use the staircase wedge to do everything else. Which kind of was not really a good place to do trains with. Here's my entire mess of past projects. Oh look, it's my first car. Semi-truck picking up. I know this was like a semi-truck for moving my really old engine, but I kind of remade it to that one, but it's not coming back again. Other than that, it will still show up in my world. It's not going to be used for today's standards because it's using tiny pipe pieces. My first rocket ship that does not work today. What the heck this thing was. Bunch of random stuff I have. Oh yeah, this is the lift that was scrapped. Really big. No point of keeping this. There's a toilet, thrusters to move back and forth. This is the crane, more thrusters. And there's really it because I couldn't really get this thing to move because of how big it was. Alright, I am gonna end it off here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and like and subscribe because throughout the past year since 2017 I have always been creating stuff on my own. Always creating my own projects and stupid stuff like this. That kind of is impressive. That just stands out today. That's really it now. Alright, goodbye.